Hi, I'm Tim Sustak, Chief Credit Officer with Viso Financial, and this is the economic update for June 2017. Today, we'll take a look at what's going on with employment and if there's anything that will derail a June rate increase. So let's talk about the latest employment numbers. The headlines shout not great, but they're probably not as bad as that would indicate. Sure, the headline number was well below expectations at 138,000, but not sure how we expect to keep creating jobs at a rate of 200,000 per month when we have an unemployment rate of 4.3%. Many consider this full employment, though there are some that still argue there's slack left in the labor market. One thing that most would not argue, though, is that the wage component of the employment picture has been a source of disappointment amongst the shining star of the overall employment picture. Wages have just never seemed to catch fire in this recovery, even with an ever-tightening labor market that should be producing bigger wage gains. With the latest wage statistics showing just a 2.5% gain year over year, it appears workers are not getting much in spending power above our pretty meager inflation rate. Given the rest of the employment picture, it's hard to figure out why. If you read the daily commentary put out by my colleague, Fred Eisel, and I hope you do because there's lots of good stuff in there, you know he has talked about the baby boom generation and the impact they have in the economy. The baby boom generation consists of those born between 1946 and 1964, and currently makes up around 20% of the population of the United States, certainly enough critical mass to play havoc with statistics. So, as the boomers reach retirement age and leave the workforce, or take on a different job in a modified type of retirement, what does that mean for unemployment numbers? Consider this graph put out by the Federal Reserve Bank of Atlanta that shows 12-month moving average median wage gains by age. It uses a different methodology than the wage gain statistic reported in the employment report, but it still may have some relation. Notice that the wage gains experienced by the 55-plus age group are well below the 16 to 24-year-old group and the 25 to 54-year-old group. So, perhaps the workers at the beginning and the prime of their careers are experiencing wage gains more typical of what we would expect to see given the rest of the employment picture. And it's just the outsized baby boom generation that's dragging down wage statistics as they move into some form of retirement or semi-retirement. Hard to say for sure as there are many things in play, but no doubt the baby boomers and their demographic impact is felt in many ways. The economy and its statistics are no exception. After the break, we'll look at the odds for a June rate hike.
Shut out hackers. Protect your credit union. Take control.
Welcome back. Will the Fed raise rates another 25 basis points on June 14th? I'm voting yes. Certainly the markets are expecting it, with the probability of a hike still at better than 90%, even with the recent jobs report. The Fed seemed to be leaning towards a near-term hike based on the May meeting minutes, and the recent Fed speak has not really run contrary to that. We'll know for sure in a few days what happens on June 14th. Then we can start talking about what happens for the rest of the year, which is probably a more interesting story. Thanks for watching the economic update for June 2017. Here are this month's release dates for some of the more important economic statistics. We'll see you again next month for another look at the economy, and as always, thanks for watching.